told you once, I told you twice. You can see it in my eyes. I'm all cried out with nothing to say. You're everything I wanted to be. If you could only see, your heart belongs to me. I love you so much, I'm yearning for your touch. Come and set me free, forever yours I'll be. Baby, won't you come and take this pain away?
Yo, what's going on, everyone? It is David Palmer, the Leo King, and we are here live for spiritual dance music for the full moon in Sagittarius, which will be this weekend, which will be June 15th and 16th of 2019. We're here live at the highvibe.tv studios. Super excited to have everybody here live with us. Of course, we do this show live in the chat, and we ask for everybody to promote this in the chat, because if you've never been on this show, this is all about connecting with these lunar aspects, whether it's a full moon or whether it's a new moon to set the intention, and a full moon to let go and to release. And talk about us all letting go with this astrological alignment. More than ever, I feel this spiritual dance music is more important. And this one's a little ironic because, yes, it is not the exact full moon right now. It is coming and starting this weekend. But one, timing-wise, I'm not able to do it this weekend. But two, this moment before this full moon is extreme, which we're going to go into. But again, there's something about having a bunch of people together with the energy to be able to really send the right energy out to the universe together. So I'm sharing right now this last form because it's kind of hard to share, talk, and do it all at the same time. But I love being in the chat with you all. And if you never watched the show, this is where I'm going to talk about the astrology. We're going to do a ceremony. I'm going to pull some cards, and then we're going to live do a dance music mix. Just a couple things. One, on Tuesday, the 18th next week, if you're in Southern California, I'm in Hermosa Beach at Tower 12. I'm doing an astrology talk. I think it's at 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. I think it's 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. and then I'm DJing at 11:30 p.m., something like that afterwards. So I'm doing a meet and greet there, doing an astrology talk, and doing a live DJ set. And the other big news is the iPhone app is out now up for High Vibe TV. So you definitely want to check out if you have iPhone or if you're on Android, because spiritual dance music, YouTube always does a copyright thing, right? If I play a track that some DJ doesn't want out there, they make me mute it. And a lot of people, and it takes me like 14 hours to get it back up for them to delete the track. These shows are all going to be on High Vibe TV for free on the app. So I would definitely download the app. You can watch it, and we're going to be adding a bunch of free content on the app. And then, of course, if you want to subscribe to get deep astrology all the time, or all my daily horoscopes, or all my weekly sun sign horoscopes, it's all there. But what? Yeah, and the app is free to download. So, you know, it's not like you got to do anything crazy except download it and you can watch the videos. You can watch spiritual dance music from your car, and what's the best part about it is the app. You can get out of the app and still be playing the audio of any video. So you could be listening to spiritual dance music on your phone from High Vibe TV. Super stoked about that aspect, and really stoked to really be moving this whole High Vibe platform to a whole nother level. So I am going to be putting a tutorial video out so people can understand how the app works. If you do want to subscribe, all you got to do is go to highvibe.tv, the website, set up your account. It's a new account, so these are all new accounts. They don't connect with any of the old platforms like Future Life or the Leo King app, none of that. And you sign in to the apps, and you can manage your account in the app once you're signed in, but you have to actually sign up on highvibe.tv. Now, yeah, there's some intense energy here. Mars opposed Saturn. Not fun. Malefics. But they're gross. And this is only going to be very hard on you right now in your life if you're not ready to grow, especially with the full moon in Sagittarius. Sun and Venus are in Gemini, and Jupiter and the full moon this weekend are going to be in Sag, where Jupiter's home is. This is a lot of positives on a week that has been facing growing up over your emotional stuff, and with Mars making this opposition to Saturn, Pluto, and with the moon in Scorpio before this full moon making a kite aspect in Grand Trine with these beautiful aspects. This is about flying your life high towards living the life that you want to live in your true emotional self. So you can't be scared. You got to really get to the bottom. And you know what? Logically, people might think you're crazy. People might think you're stupid. People might think that you got some crazy radical belief of what you should do or what you shouldn't do. Guess what? You know in yourself. You know you're in your emotions. You know who you are. That's what this is about. And this is about that environment that you're shifting, because we are in Gemini and we got Venus here. And when we look at all these transits, Saturn, Neptune, sextile. It is this big spiritual quest. Jupiter square Neptune, but your own belief system that you're freaked out about. This is about getting over old religious, patriarchal, old systematic ways of living your life. It has to end. And this is about that big shift that's happening right now in everybody's life that we all got to as light workers. Not be afraid. This is facing your deepest fears, and you realize that the fears are unwarranted. They're small, they're tiny, but they seem so monumental, because you know on the other side of that fear is paradise. Uranus and Taurus. This is a time for us to realize in order to get to a better life, we got to make some radical and crazy moves that a lot of people with the semi-square to Neptune will not understand. And it almost feels like we're doing something bad that is disguised as something true and good. And that's where we fall victim to our old thousands of years genealogy and philosophical mind, embedded subconscious, and I'm just going to call it out, religious elements. Jupiter square Neptune in their home sign. So, yeah, there's a lot here that's kind of creating an intensity, but in my opinion, I think that if you're not afraid and you're truly a light worker and you know and you've known this path the whole time and there's no denying it, this is finally the emotional test of you owning that. We have mentally come to that position where we've owned it for a long time. This is the emotional owning and ripping apart old foundations and old structures that go against what we all believe and what we all know is true. And the only deepest work, whether it's in your personal life, a relationship, your job, the environment you're in, you've got to make that big choice now. And you've got to own it. And the big fear of going to hell, or the big fear that you're doing something wrong by following your true emotional self, when really the dark pre-planted, the dark ain't here no more, but it's pre-planted itself to hold you back on purpose, to set up all these belief system traps, to set up all this subconscious stuff to freak you out into following what you know is truly divine. So, as you can see, I'm still sharing here as I'm rocking and feeling this horoscope here. It looks like we are good. And now I will be here in the chat room with people, and we are here in the chat. We made it. So this full moon in Sag is bigger than you realize, with the benefics with the sun. Venus, of course, is with the sun in Gemini, and we got Jupiter, and we've got the moon in Sag. And this is where the full moon's going to happen, right after we had this huge opposition of malefics that are in a kite, and it's extreme. There is a whole other world on the other side of this. Whether you're ready for it or not is up to you. This doorway is not coming around again. We come into eclipses soon. Within the next 2 weeks, basically, once we hit this full moon. But more important than that, look 6 months from now. There will be 0 options left. And you do not want to be like a herd of rats, since we'll be coming into the year of the rat, all trying to get through one door. When right now, you know deep in your heart, whatever doesn't feel right and in alignment, you must execute out of your life, so you don't have to go and you have a comfortable seat on this beautiful paradise, instead of like being afraid now. Wait till the world shifts in a way we can't even contemplate in 6 months from now. Do you really want to be in an uncomfortable seat? Let's take a look at the tarot cards real quick. Let me do a quick shuffle. I just want to say that, by the way, that this show is actually truly live. So anybody trying to tell me that I pre-record this stuff is just not right. All right, let's see what the cards have to say here for this full moon Sagittarius, which I think is going to be a godsend. We got the soulmate card. Oh, wow. We are dealing with a lot of relationship stuff. And who is our soulmate? Which journey of soulmate are we going on? Wow. I feel that relationships, whether they are personal, whether they are business or romantic, is the key to unlocking which journey we are all about to take here in our lives right now. We got the time reversed. So it's coming at the time in which you didn't want it to. And you got to let go of that. That God in the universe has its own time, not your time. That either A, a soulmate situation that you have to deal with in a negative way of letting go is not coming at the timing that you want. And B, soulmate energy coming in, maybe when you're not ready for the time, is coming in at the same time too. So, holy cow. Our challenge card that we got is the safe travel card. We are afraid of the safe travel to this new, beautiful life. That is what we're afraid of. We're afraid that we're not going to have safe passage into this place, probably because the timing doesn't feel right, and probably because we want control over it, and probably because maybe either we feel like we're without a soulmate, or we feel like our soulmate contracts have ended in a place, or we are afraid to take on the soulmate that we know we should. So there's going to be a lot of that kind of weird fear coming up of the safe travel towards this new place in our life. To overcome that, we got the spiritual cleansing. By doing this and allowing this to all come in and pick the right soulmates and be in the right energy and getting over the challenges, we can spiritually cleanse and actually get rid of so much that has been inhibiting us in our life. So this is really positive, I feel. There's a lot of closure. There's a lot of cleansing. But you know what? The timing is not the way that we thought it would be. But there's a lot about soulmates being connected to spiritual cleansing. So spiritual cleansing, a soulmate can actually bring you to where you want to go. I'm really interested to see what the spiritual advice is. Spiritual advice is the transformation card. Of course, the transformation's here. And the only way that you can change your life right now and to the beauty that you want it to be is about who you're in alignment with right now. And it's not at the time that you want to have to do things. And if you're finding yourself going, I want to wait a little bit longer, or I got to wait, that's your issue. The spiritual cleanse is waiting for you right now. The universe has shown up. It's time to transform. It's here. This is a big destiny kite. And then we come into eclipses after this full moon. And this is the only full moon we get with Jupiter in its home sign. And we got Venus, another benefic in Gemini with the sun. I hate to say it, but this is one of the more sweeter energies that we're going to get throughout the year. We are going to get Mars and Jupiter when Mars comes into Leo. We are going to get some Venus-Jupiter stuff. We are going to get some Mercury-Jupiter stuff after the retrograde. But I'm telling you right now, with this full moon Jupiter, this is the moon and Jupiter, which are totally benefic, totally in love and happy for joy. It's here through this transformation. It's connected with soulmates. It's connecting at finding the challenge and counteracting that challenge with, that safe travel is by cleansing into the change. So, for those that are just probably joining right now, Spiritual Dance Music, of course, we do live here on YouTube, but get the High Vibe TV app. So I'm just going to show you real quick here on this camera right here. It's pretty cool now. So we got High Vibe TV right here on iPhone and Android. And you don't have to be signed in. And we're adding a spiritual dance music section to where you could literally scroll and watch spiritual dance music without the uncensored form that like YouTube does. But if you want to watch any of the other videos, it will ask you if you want to sign in and subscribe and stuff like that, which you do all at highvibe.tv. So make sure that you check that out. I will be putting up a tutorial video soon. It's also on Android as well. Really looking forward to doing this show. This is where I do my prayer. I'm asking God, the angels, and the universe to come through right now at this moment in this destiny eclipse time that is coming, but more importantly, this kite. I'm asking for all the Ascended Masters, all of our guides, but more importantly, Source, God itself, to come into our lives to help us with, even though we feel the timing is not right because we're afraid, to get rid of that fear, to know that the timing is actually divine, to get us through our fears of doing what we know is true in ourselves, to help us change this world from thinking of following our true emotional self as bad as actually knowing that it is divine, to change the perspective of the world of what we call dark is not dark. That actually so much of the light, that so much of the beauty, that so much of this great divine work that is out there is being castrized. And we ask you, God, to protect us. But more than just that, know that we don't even need that much protection because we are showing the way of your truth to the world, and to not let us be in fear, to hold ourselves back from doing our great quest that you have divinely timed us for in our lives, and to open the doors of perceptions, to open the doors to greatness, and to not be afraid, and to not let our mind and our emotions get in the way between an old system of control that we know that you did not want us to fall victim or trap to separate us from the truth of God, love, and source that we come from. Amen. Let's get this party jumping. If you got headphones, if you got some awesome speakers, we're going to do it because I got an hour and 6 minutes to do this mix. Let's enjoy it. Please spread it out. Love you all very much. Looking forward to doing it. And I will see all of you guys here live, Spiritual Dance Music. Let's get this thing going. Get High Vibe TV app. So just type in High Vibe TV, Android, iOS, and Apple TV. We got Roku and Amazon Fire almost out. Love y'all. See you guys inside.
house of God. The house of God. The house of God.
Every one of us, we've been in a hole and God had to get us out. Our back been against the wall and God had to open the door for us. God had to give us a miracle. If you want to talk about the miracle working power of God. Talk about what God has brought you from. Talk about the goodness of God. Talk about what God has done in you. Talk the great things every one of us. Don't want to waste time talking about what the devil did. Glorifying the devil. Lifting the devil up. You listen to saints today, all they want to talk about who the devil using. You know the devil using so-and-so against me. You know the devil show is doing this and show is doing that. You know people ain't like they used to be. Oh, the saints used to have God. Now the devil got them.
The house of God. God's house. God's house. God. The house of God. God's house. God. The house of God. God's house. God. The house of God. God's house. The house of God. God's house. God's house. House of God. God's house. 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 God. The house of God. God's house. God. The house of God's house. God. The house of house of God.
What is the most popular thing in the world? Music. No. Music. The most popular thing in the world? Music. No. Tell me. Thing in the world? Music. No. 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 Tell me. What is the most popular thing in the world? In the world. The most popular thing in the world. Music. No. Tell me. Music. No. Tell me.
Welcome to the Dance Party Hotline. For music that sucks, press 1. For music that your parents would listen to, press 2. For music that makes you want to dance, press 3.
Holy pickle dicks.
Nothing sounds better than Berlin.
Okay, show me the heat.
Not only does the use of this record provide hours of exciting scratch entertainment, beat juggling and scratching take into a whole new level. There's only one thing left to do now. Cut it up fresh.
Okay, put the needle on the record.
Oh, this is so cool.
Info. Go. FAO. FAO. We are go. Network. Go. Network. Go. No work. Go. Go. Discovery. Go. Info. Go. FAO. We are go. Network. Go. Discovery. Go. We're go fly. Delta 1, mission control. Roger, you're 013. Sorry, fellows are having a bit of trouble. We are reviewing a simulator.
Now some of you might wonder who is Jack and what is it that Jack does. Jack is the one who gives you the power to jack your body. Jack is the one who gives you the power to do snake. Jack is the one who gives you the key to the wicked world. Jack is the one who learns you how to walk the body. Jack is the one that does the nation of all of that together.
All you ladies pop, yo, flip it like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. All you ladies pop, yo, flip it like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. Just do it, do it, do it, do it, do it now. Be like you should, right now. your body, don't stop, 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 stop. All you ladies pop still pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, 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 stop. All you ladies pop still pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, 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 stop. All you ladies pop still pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss, just do it, do it now. Make it good, so this is like right now. All you ladies pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. Your body don't stop, don't miss. All you ladies pop your pussy, shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. All you ladies pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. All you ladies pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. All you ladies pop your pussy this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. All you ladies pop your pussy this. Shake your body, don't stop, 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 stop. Do it, do it now. Good, so just like you should right now. All you ladies pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. All you ladies pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. Just do it, 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 do it now. Do it, do it, do it, do it now. Make it good, love it, just make it good, 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 love it, just like you should right now.
house of God. What's up? The house of God.
Throw that back and bounce, watch it jiggle on me. Bounce, watch it jiggle on me.
House of God.
You gotta know what to say around your children. We gotta know what to say to one another. Every one of us got to know how.
Let me see you work that. 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 Let me see you work
God will proclaim that you
The house of God.
bounce, watch it jiggle on me. Shake, shake. Let me see you work that.
The house of God.
every one of us, we've been in a hole and God had to get us out. Our back been against the wall and God had to open the door for us. God had to give us a miracle. If you want to talk about the miracle working power of God. Talk about what God has brought you from. Talk about the goodness of God. Talk about what God has done in you.
I guess you what you want. I guess you what you want. I guess you what you want, what you want, what you want, what you want. I guess you what you want, 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 what you want. I guess you what you want, you want, you want, you want. You want.
my shoulders. Yeah, I broke another approaches, but I managed to keep my composure. There is a reason why I came here. This is the season that became clear. So I pushed all in, no fear. But the whip in the house in the same.
What you do is you take a record, release it, pause it, grind it back, and you keep doing that until you build up this loop, so to speak.
Are you ready? Check this out.
Let's go!
Dig it. Here we go.
Dig it, dig it.
Welcome to the Dance Party Hotline. For music that sucks, press 1. For music that your parents would listen to, press 2. For music that makes you want to dance, press 3. Delta One, this is Mission Control. Roger, you're 2013. 3. Sorry you fellows are having a bit of trouble. We are reviewing telemetric information in our mission simulator and will advise. We are reviewing telemetric information in our mission simulator and will information in our mission simulator and telemetric information.
Sound good to me. Sound good to me. Feel it. Sound good to me. Sound good to me. Sound good to me. Feel it. Check it out, man. Sound good to me. Sound good to me. Feel it. Sound good to me. Sound good to me. Sound good to me. Feel it. Check it out, man. Sound good to me. Sound good to me. Feel it. Sound good to me. Sound good to me. Feel it. I like this one.
make it, do it, makes sense. Harder, faster, stronger, 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 stronger.